At one point, James was just a kid from Akron, Ohio. He was very poor before. But now, LeBron James, one of the most notable athletes globally, is now part owner of one of the most valuable sports empires. He has built a business empire since entering the league in 2003. He could also be a billionaire. So how did LeBron James make his billionaire? Let's find out in this video. The first, we must take a look at James' massive earnings in salary. He has been paid more than $300 million so far, and he has more than $80 million remaining on his contract with the Lakers, according to Spotrac. Forbes named him the fifth highest paid athlete in the world with close to $95 million per year in earnings, most of which comes from other sources than his NBA contract. The second is endorsement. James signed a 7-year $90 million endorsement deal with Nike in 2003 as an 18-year-old. It made him the highest paid player in the NBA at around $12 million combined with his NBA contract. That deal with Nike was reportedly less than the $115 million Reebok offered him at the time. In 2016, James signed a lifetime contract with Nike that is said to be more than $30 million a year and was hinted by his business partner Maverick Carter. The deal is worth $1 billion over its term, according to multiple reports. Aside from his Nike deal, James has endorsements with many companies and brands including Coca-Cola, Sprite, Walmart, Kia Motors, and Beats headphones. In 2007, LeBron James and Maverick Carter built Spring Hill Entertainment, one of the video production companies. They have built the Spring Hill Company into a multi-pronged entertainment empire that furthers their goals to build a movement, empowering communities while striving for the excellence of Disney, Nike, and Apple. In 2020, the Spring Hill Company has received $100 million investments from Elizabeth Murdoch, Jane Featherstone, and Stacey Snider's production company sister, Guggenheim Investments, the University of California's UC Investments, and private equity firm SC Holdings. For the past 3 years, Spring Hill has cast a wide net, both in genres and distributors. The company will imminently announce a documentary series for Quibi, and counts projects like the NBC game show The Wall, the HBO interview series The Shop, and the HBO documentary Muhammad Ali, which debuted at last year's Tribeca Film Festival. Spring Hill Entertainment is also producing Space Jam 2, where starring by James. The film will be released on July 16, 2021. James has also media brand Uninterrupted. In 2011, James and business partner Maverick Carter became minority stake in Liverpool FC, an English Premier League soccer club. It was reported at the time the stake was 2%. The Fenway Sports Group, or FSG, is the majority owner of Liverpool. FSG not only owns the Red Sox and Liverpool, but also Roush Fenway Racing, a sports network, NESN, and several other sports ventures. James and Carter are the first black partners of FSG. Using metrics from global accounting firm KPMG, the Globe noted that Liverpool is valued at $2.6 billion, and James' 2% stake, originally worth $6.2 million in 2011, but now worth $52 million. In 2014, according to Insider, LeBron James made $700 million through being a silent investor in headphones brand Beats by Dre. It was started when James partnered with Dr. Dre to become an ambassador for the brand in 2008, however it was ended up having part ownership of the company way before Apple bought Beats for $3 billion. In 2012, James invested $1 million into a growing pizza chain called Blaze. At the time, Blaze was blooming into a national chain, and James opened up a pair of restaurants in Miami and Chicago. Between 2012 and 2017, LeBron James' $1 million investment grew to a $35 million investment. With this type of capital going into the business, it has to be a money-making endeavor. Athletes investing in the restaurant world is not a new concept, but James' success with Blaze is a story largely unmatched by even the biggest names who have embarked on such a journey. Blaze is now the fastest-growing food chain of all time in the United States. James now owns 19 Blaze Pizza franchises and counting. This investment, combined with several other smart financial decisions, have made him a very wealthy man. In March 2021, the 36-year-old star for the Los Angeles Lakers is becoming a part owner of the Boston Red Sox. LeBron James has bought a minor stake in the MLB franchise at the same time that the team's longtime ownership group received a $750 million infusion from a private equity firm. And that investment could be bigger in the future. James has won NBA championships with the Miami Heat in 2012 and 2013, the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016, and the Los Angeles Lakers in 2020. By age 33, James earned more than $765 million from his business interests, according to ESPN. In 2018, Forbes estimated James' net worth at $450 million and still growing. It will be possible if James would become billionaire someday. We can conclude from James' investment strategy that by investing little by little over time, you will get benefit from the power of compounding. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and comment our channel.